All right, everybody. I'm going to do something here. You know how I've said that the price of XRP, in order for it to function, it has to operate at a higher level. Now, you can get it up to that higher level by multiple transactions happening, and it lifts it up like, wind lifts up the wings of a plane, and it stays elevated at that level as long as there's transactions. But that doesn't make sense in the long scheme of things, because the amount of transactions that are going to happen on the ledger are way too high value. So the price of a coin has to match that high value. Now people might go, no, Lou, that's not the case, because all they got to do is use one coin, and that one coin could represent an asset worth billions. I'm like, okay, that may be the case, but what happens when multiple banks and institutes around the world are using all these coins, and they also got to use them for fiat currencies? The only way you can do that valuation, the money moving back and forth, and the tokenized assets, you have to create some type of a stabilized pricing, and it has to be high because there's only a certain amount of coins. Now, this is a video that the CEO of Ripple, he said something, and I'll go over it. I'll probably play it more than once. Just listen. Because he was asked if the amount of coins that were created, XRP, is that enough for liquidity?
Issued 100 billion XRPs will be enough to cover once the XRapid service scales to a global full scale, or would there be a shortage?
Well, so when XRP was created, this actually was created before Ripple existed. The creators of XRP decided there'd be 100 billion units because they saw it as rather than having a smaller number with a very high price, they saw it as something they wanted to be effectively a global reserve currency.
Issued 100 billion XRPs will be enough to cover once the XRapid service scales to a global full scale, or would there be a shortage?
Well, so when XRP was created, this actually was created before Ripple existed. The creators of XRP decided there'd be 100 billion units because they saw it as rather than having a smaller number with a very high price, they saw it as something they wanted to be effectively a global reserve currency.
Issued 100.
Okay. So now, 100 billion coins being the standard for moving money back and forth cross-border settlements. This goes along with XLM as well. And you have a situation where you also have tokenization on real-world assets on this. Do you have any idea where they're gonna have to I'm not even going to say peg it, because it's not even, for the people that ask me if they're going to peg it to gold, if they do, they're going to have to peg it to several ounces of gold, just because nobody truthfully knows the amount. Okay, once the ledgers go live with the end clients, the banks and the institutes and governments, whatever, once it goes live, the price is going to start moving. People are asking, why is the price low now? That's because nobody's really switched on. Some people are, but not. Look at Western Union. They just switched over to doing the first test phase. Log on to Western Union. They have a new interface now. Yeah. And some of their settlement times say 0. So as far as like time in transit of your money, 0. 0 to 4 days. 0. That's instant. How are they doing that with regular system? They can't. But as far as the price of those coins, they're going to have to lock in the price of those coins at a certain very high price in order to have the liquidity, availability, and reduce the friction so settlements, clear at, 7 seconds. It takes probably 2 seconds to initiate, 4 seconds to transfer, and then on the other side, 2 other seconds to convert over. It's around 7 seconds in total. They need to keep that as the standard because that's where everybody's working on the protocols. Please understand something. This is with the regulators they're doing this. They're going to have to put this at a certain price in order to make sure this goes freely. Remember this morning when I said this piece here? One is for fiat, cross-border settlement of money, and the other line is for real-world assets, tokenized assets. If they split the ledger, create a sidechain to handle tokenization, you have to understand there's going to be, let's say there's 50 billion coins available out there. It's actually less. So what are they going to do? 25 billion on one, 25 billion on one? What happens when that's not enough on one given day, one given month? Do you understand what I'm trying to talk about here? The price of this is going to be bigger than you understand. People are like, oh yeah, it's gone up 2 cents, 3 cents, whatever. You don't get it. Ain't nobody really using this thing now. Nobody is using it yet. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Yet. The IMF has not started it yet. The BIS has not switched over yet. ISDA has not switched over yet. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Nah, you understand.